Governor Pete Ricketts and a possible successor were in Gering Friday afternoon to tackle a variety of issues. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, several hundred people took the opportunity to shake hands with Republican gubernatorial candidate Jim Pillen and hear his views on a variety of subjects late last week at the Legacy of the Plains Museum. Pillen was joined by Governor Pete Ricketts during an ice cream social sponsored by Barb and Marty Martinson. Ricketts explained to the crowd why he is behind Pillen becoming Nebraska's next governor, starting with his business experience.
He's a conservative Christian man who understands Nebraska values and the value of hard work. He's demonstrated that to create jobs here in Nebraska. His company is here in our state, not in another state. And he has understood what it means to serve. He also understands what it means to fight back against liberals.
Pillen touting his credentials as a family farmer who is pro-family, pro-life, a fiscal conservative, and an advocate for business and agriculture. Well, just one more day remains for non-incumbent candidates to file to appear on the primary election ballot, and there's at least one race locally that has yet to see any interest. According to the candidate filing list from the Scottsville County Clerk, no one has filed for the Minnetonka City Council. 2 seats are up for grabs in that community, one each in Wards 1 and 2. Meanwhile, there will be contested race for the County Board District 3 seat as Tim Beeman has filed in an effort to unseat incumbent Charlie Knapper. The deadline for non-incumbents to file is tomorrow at the end of the business day. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
One of my big responsibilities is making runs of Rand. I put all of my love into making Rand because it is the best, by far. What are you doing if you don't get Rand?
Welcome back. A 38-year-old Scottish man has pleaded not guilty to a felony charge of child sexual assault related to an incident last November. The attorney for Marcus Self entered the plea in Scottsville County District Court last week on a charge of third-degree sexual assault of a child. While court records do not provide details of the incident in question, charging documents accuse Self of subjecting, quote, another person 14 years of age or younger to sexual contact, not causing serious personal injury last November. Now, a pre-trial hearing in the case is scheduled for April 13th, with trial slated for the jury term beginning May 2nd. Well, Nebraska Corrections authorities say an inmate from Scottsville County who escaped last week remains on the lam. They say 45-year-old John Narrison failed to show up for a work assignment Thursday morning, with surveillance video from the Community Corrections Center, Lincoln, later showing him walking towards a nearby bus stop. Narrison started serving an 8 to 12-year prison sentence in February of 2020 on multiple convictions, including assault on an officer, fifth offense DUI, and use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony. He's 5'7", 205 pounds with gray hair and brown eyes, and if anyone knows his whereabouts, are asked to contact local authorities or the Nebraska State Patrol. And Nebraska lawmakers have given initial approval to personal and corporate income tax cuts backed by Governor Pete Ricketts, despite reservations about who will benefit the most and the likely revenue losses for the state. Senators voted 40-1 to advance the bill through the first of 3 required votes, but promised to work on changes to try to ease some of the concerns. Some lawmakers say they are particularly opposed to the corporate income tax cut, which would reduce the tax burden on large corporations that sell items and services in Nebraska but are headquartered in other states. Business say it would encourage companies to invest in Nebraska and keep the state competitive with its neighbors. Well, still to come, Bill Boyer with your weather and Chris Cottrell with your sports. Stories and more right after this.
It's been said many times that life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. Have you been making plans to invest in new windows? Renewal by Andersen makes the best windows. It's that simple. And right now, Renewal by Andersen has an incredible financing offer. No money down, no interest, no payments for 1 full year, no payments for a year. Book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com. And remember, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
Doubles every 2 minutes. How long?
Hey, Dad. We're going for a run.
Okay. You're gonna go together?
That's what we means.
Okay. Well, just be careful. Make sure you're not running alone. Stay on the sidewalk. Watch for cars. Don't talk to strangers.
Another virus was blocked? What are you doing?
Are you listening to me? All right? Because when it comes to safety, nobody knows safety better than me. Be careful out there.
Are you doing an online quiz?
Yeah. This one's gonna tell me my IQ, which I've always wanted to know, because it's a mystery.
I'm guessing it's very low because all these quizzes are for us to get your passwords for everything.
Oh, is that right?
How do you not know that?
How do you know that?
How long have you been doing these quizzes for?
How old are you?
11?
11 years.
How do you not know how old I am?
Because that's a long time, 11 years, to remember stuff.
All right, well, we're gonna go for a run and watch for cars and strangers, and you change all your passwords so your identity isn't wiped out.
Bit dramatic.
This is John. He's not an actor or a director. Can you tell? He calls himself a steward of the land. And by the looks of the way he nurtures his little corner of the earth, it's safe to say he's the real deal. John runs with us on a John Deere 3 Series tractor because you can never underestimate the value of a little tractor time. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn Suites front desk.
The Evergreen credit card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
Plenty of highlights to get to from over the weekend at Scottsbluff High School. A pair of district finals. Let's start with this Saturday game. The win for the weekend. It was for the Scottsbluff boys. They beat Seward 61-43 as the Cats advanced to the state tournament in Lincoln. Seward came in with a more deliberate attack compared to what Scottsbluff likes to play, and after trailing by 2 at the end of the first quarter, Scottsbluff was able to surge in front in the second quarter, outscoring the Blue Jays 13-6 to go in front by 5 at halftime. The real tone setter, though, came immediately in the third quarter as Seward burned a little bit of clock on the opening possession before Tate Talkington came up with the steal and got the easy run out the other way for the conversion, and Scottsbluff was on their way. End of the quarter, a big three from Tyler Hari, and then in the fourth it was more from Hari as he drilled 3 more threes to finish off Seward. Hari finished with a game-high 21 points, 16 of those coming in the second half. The Cats win it going away, and they advance to the state tournament for the 9th time in 11 years and the 11th time in the last 14 seasons. Then earlier in the weekend, how about one night prior, Friday night, a thriller that left the home team and the crowd a bit stunned. The Scottsbluff girls hosting Waverly for the right to advance to the state tourney. It was nip and tuck throughout in the first half, with the two teams locked in a tight one. Scottsbluff led 23-22 at halftime. In the third quarter, Scottsbluff was able to get up by as many as 8 points, and it appeared they were well on their way. But then here came Paige Rodenslaben for Waverly. She scored all 10 of the Vikings' points in the third quarter, and it was tied at 32 heading to the fourth. With Waverly going in front coming down the stretch, then it was time for Scottsbluff senior Mariah Avila to step forward as she kept her squad in the game with a pair of 3s and 2 2s, the last of which put Scottsbluff in front 48-47. But then it was Rodenslaben once again coming forward to make the winning play. Watch this pass as she comes across half court. What a look from Rodenslaben. She gets it to Amelia Rourke in the opposite corner for the dagger 3 with time winding down. Scottsbluff, they would get one last possession, a Peyton Berta miss, an Avila miss, and then a foul. But the Berta free throw was long, and that was it. Waverly pulls the upset, keeping Scottsbluff home for the state tournament. Also on Friday night, it was Bridgeport advancing to the state tourney in C2 with a win over North Central. They look like they'll be a 3 seed in Lincoln. The Gearing girls, they play their Class B district final tomorrow night on the road at Norris. We'll have coverage on KMOR with Nate Rohr starting at 4:45. And both Cougar basketball teams in their respective Region 9 tournaments later this week. Both these games on Thursday. The women, they get Northwest College in round 1, while the men, coming off a win over Lamar in their playoff opener this past weekend, they hit the bracket portion now to play Western Wyoming. Both those games coming up on Thursday at Region 9 tourneys. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
Well, let's take a look at what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
What a year 2020 was. Now's the time to get out and travel this summer to see family and friends you were not able to see this last year. Spend more time enjoying your trip by flying United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with daily flights to and from Denver. Reserve your flight today and remember United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. And don't forget, Thrifty Car Rental is here for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and hitch a ride with your BFF, Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, dozens of brave souls took the plunge Saturday morning for a great cause. The 11th annual Panhandle Polar Plunge took place behind Riverside Park in Scottsbluff on the North Platte River, with more than 80 plungers across 10 teams participating this year. Master of Ceremonies Ray Richards laid out the ground rules before plungers splashed into the 31-degree water.
Absolutely no diving. I think there's signs out there for that. No modified, there will be allowed modified cannonballs, belly flops, creature seats, bunny hops, crossovers, camel spin, double lutz, no triple lutz, and only one freestyle mohawk per team.
When all was said and done, more than $14,000 was raised this year to benefit Special Olympics Nebraska, including our local teams here in Scottsville County. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.